Okay, Aurora, Colorado now. This is a live look now. The sun is up there in that state, and police have now detained 14 people and reported armed home invasion. That's the same apartment complex where a lot of people were complaining about the armed Venezuelan gang members roaming the halls.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about at least 14 people, maybe as many as 15, who were arrested after a home invasion at an Aurora, Colorado apartment complex. Now, this is the very same complex where we had the Venezuelan gang trend their Aurora a few weeks ago. It's the same thing. The problem has not ended. It's still going on. We still got the migrant crisis. We still got a lot of these illegal aliens in our country. The problem has not gone away. Now, local media out there in Denver are kind of cowardly. They weren't trying to say that it was the gang. Oh, we don't know whether it was a gang or not. Really, you don't know if it's a gang or not. So you have 14 to 15 people in one apartment in the same place where you had a gang problem earlier in this year, and you don't know whether it's Venezuelans or not. Well, who else is it? Tell me who else it is. If you got a Venezuelan gang that's dominating the entire complex, then who else could it be? Another gang? Come on, it doesn't make any sense. Now, this, before I get to the video, this kind of ties into what has happened here where I live, out here in Tennessee. There was an illegal alien Venezuelan drunk. He admitted to drinking at least an entire 12-pack before he got behind the wheel of a car, 12-pack of beer, drunk. He caused a traffic accident and killed not one, not two, but 3 people. And everybody that he killed were Hispanics. So you got these Venezuelans coming to the United States and terrorizing regular everyday people, especially their own people. Now, before I go any further, let's get into the actual video here. Of course, I will link to it in the box. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Breaking news this morning, 14 people detained at the edge of Lowry Apartments in Aurora early this morning. So that complex, of course, drawing national attention in recent months. Thanks for being here at 8 o'clock. I'm Andrea Henderson.
Hey guys, I'm Kirk Yonke. Police responding to reports of a home invasion, a stabbing, and a potential kidnapping. So let's get over to Fox 41's Courtney Fromm. She's out there live at the scene. I know, Courtney, you've been trying to talk with police, get some more information. Obviously, you can see the scene as it develops behind you, and quite the response. Do we know why a SWAT vehicle is there?
Yeah, good morning to you both. We are still...
Now, before she answers the question about the SWAT vehicle, I think I know why it's there. Because it's armored, and these gangs are known to shoot the police. They got a green light on the police. You see the police open fire. They've already been in the shift. They've already been in a situation before where dealing with the Venezuelan gangs. They've been in armed shootouts with this gang. So I think they're just taking prior experience and using it for what's going on right now. Check it out.
Working to get all those details. I have been in contact with Aurora Police specifically on why the SWAT vehicle is here, and then on top of all of that, to see if there's any sort of connection potentially to the Venezuelan gang situation that we've been talking about over the last few months. It has made the national spotlight as well, but you can see this scene still here. The edge at Lowry Apartments, really, really busy. Several Aurora police cars, that SWAT vehicle right off there in the distance. We saw ATF, that's alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. They're also on scene, and it looks like Aurora Police's command unit.
Now, it's a SWAT vehicle, but really what I see is a tank. That is a tank. They're kind of, one thing I noticed about, as I said earlier, about Denver, about these liberal areas, they downplay the violence that goes on. Oh, it's just a SWAT vehicle. You have a tank. You have an armored car because these gangs are known to shoot.
As well. Now, just a few minutes ago, when we checked in with you guys, the fire department was here and an ambulance was also on scene. They have since left, but they still have that portion of the road blocked off. That's here on Dallas between 12th and 13th. But let me give you guys a little breakdown of what's going on, what we know so far from APD. They say 14 people have been detained after officers responded to a report of a home invasion with weapons right here at the edge at Lowry Apartments. This all happening just before 2:30 this morning. Aurora PD says an armed home invasion involving a stabbing and a kidnapping, that all unfolding here. Now, early into the investigation, it suggests several suspects entered an apartment occupied by 2 people. The suspects then moved the victims to another property within the building where they were threatened and bound. So definitely some scary stuff here. Now, An adult man we do know has non-life-threatening injuries following a stab wound during the situation. And then later into the morning, the suspects actually released the victims. And from there, they were able to call 911. But 14 people detained and currently being questioned by investigators, but clearly a really, really large scene here. And like I said, I have been talking to APD. They are expecting to come out here in the next few hours or so and potentially give us an interview or talk to us and give us some more information that's going on. What are you saying, Anthony?
Put a guy in that car.
Okay, and it looks like, according to my photographer who's able to zoom in, I'm not able to see as far down as him. They just put somebody in the back of one of the patrol cars right down here. So something we're going to be following. I know.
Hey, you know what? Let me just pause for the cause. Do you guys think this is like an immigration sweep? Because hey, we heard Trump saying, "Look, we're gonna get them out of here. They got to go. Mass deportations." Are they finally doing something ahead of that? Because again, these people, this gang, the Venezuelan gang, the illegal aliens, they've been there for quite a while now. They've been there for some months, if not maybe a year or more. So this ain't anything new. So why are they just now arresting 14 people all at once? 14 to 15 people getting arrested at once. Maybe. I mean, look, you have a report of a home invasion, but this ain't the first time that's happened. There's been other home invasions. The viral video from earlier in the year where a bunch of these people broke into somebody's house. We've seen that. So there's been quite a bit of these types of occurrences, but why is it now are we hearing about this many arrests at once? I think they're trying to get them out of here. I hope they are. That'd be my wish, is that they get them out of here.
Kirk and Andrew, we talked about this just a few minutes ago when we checked in with you guys. We don't know if all 14 people detained were involved in that home invasion or who went into that apartment and grabbed those victims. We don't know how many people are going to be potentially arrested or charged with all this whole situation, but definitely something we'll be following throughout the morning. But if you're coming in this area, it's kind of interesting that, you know, we've got all these police officers out here, the SWAT vehicle, but then there's...
Look at everything boarded up. Like, I mean, the apartments are pretty bad, pretty worn down, but some people that are from Aurora, they needed those places because if they didn't live here, then they're going to be out in the street. So, you know, this vermin infested, rundown place is better than living outside. But now what's happening is that the Venezuelans are taking it over. The migrants, quote unquote, illegal aliens, whatever you want to call them, and the gang have taken it over.
We've got all these police officers out here, the SWAT vehicle, but then there's families walking their kiddos with backpacks on and trying to get them to school, I imagine. Just a very, very active scene, and we'll keep you guys updated throughout the morning as more information becomes available. But for now, live in Aurora, Courtney from Fox 31.
What is interesting, so we know this all started happening, police first responded around 2:30 this morning.
Right.
So you think, you know, 5.5, 6
Still
hours
taking people
later
into custody.
that they're still taking people in.
Right.
This is clearly a massive operation that they're kind of dealing with right now.
And I wonder if they're still, Courtney, it sounds like maybe trying to still figure out, all right, what happened here?
Yeah.
Who's involved? Who, you know.
Bro, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Like, you don't know what happened. You don't know who's involved. Let's stop playing games, man. Why we got to act like that? Why must we act like that? Okay, apartment complex has been taken over by Venezuelan gangs. 14 arrested at the apartment. We're trying to figure out what's going on. We don't know what happened. Bro, come on.
Who did what, who's responsible, et cetera, et cetera. And you know, so many allegations about the Venezuelan gangs at those apartment buildings, and we haven't heard anything about that at this point from police, have we?
Nope, not yet. But that's something they are going to potentially touch on when we talk to them here in just a few hours. Because I did specifically ask, I said, is this in any sort of relation to the alleged Venezuelan gangs?
Right.
And they say we cannot confirm or deny that at this point. So definitely something I think a lot.
It is the gangs. It is the gangs. I've looked into it. There's other videos from the same news station talking about this is gang related. And it just echoed the same thing they said right there. So in a sense, I'm watching that. Take my word for it. I mean, you guys know. Listen, as I close, I want to say this. I don't think I'm Albert Einstein by revealing to you that this is gang related. 14 people, 15 people in one place, kidnapping, home invasion, stabbing. Come on. This is what they are doing here. And they've been doing it for quite a while. But like I said, I think the reason why you have this many arrests right now is because they want to get them out of here, because you got to have the Orange Man back in town, Tom Homan, to get these illegal aliens, especially the criminal aliens, up out of the country. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what's going on here in Aurora, Colorado? Do you think this is the Venezuelan gang, TDA, that has taken over the apartment complex, and they've been there for some months, if not over a year or more. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I mean, look, I looked into this before I did my video. This is them. This is gang related. This has been the problem been going on for a long time. The only thing different here is the number of arrests at once. But as far as everything goes, home invasion, kidnapping, assault, weapon, shooting, this is just what's been going on there. It's not really anything new. The only thing new, as I say, as I repeat, is the number of arrests. That's it. So you could just put the prior incidents and link it up with this incident, compare and contrast, and say, yep, that's them. It's real easy to see. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.